Hey guys, today I'm going to try to make a dish called Carne En Su Jugo. It's not something that I personally grew up eating, and I actually just recently heard about this recipe a week ago, and all of a sudden it popped up on my TikTok. The recipe that I'm following seems very easy, and I'll leave in the description the name of the girl that I took this recipe from, and hopefully you guys can try to make it yourself. So for the vegetable part of this recipe, we're going to have 2 bunches of green onions. The girl in the video actually used bigger green onions, and this is all I could find, so I'm just gonna use 2 bunches. Half a head of garlic, 1 white onion. I'm going to use about 6 tomatillos, and I'm going to put 2 peppers in the soup, and the rest of these are going in the base sauce. So the girl in the video actually used 2 chiles güeros, but I couldn't find those at the store I was, so I'm using fresno peppers instead. I like how colorful they are, and I think it'll look really nice in the soup. For the meats, I'm using thinly sliced steak and peppered bacon, about 1.5 pounds of bacon, and let's see, I think this is not even a whole pound of meat, but it seems like it's good enough. So I just preheated the oven at 400 degrees. Now what I'm going to do is prep these vegetables for roasting. Now she didn't roast the vegetables, but I thought it would be a better idea to roast them. I think it would give them a better flavor. She just kind of boiled them. So while I wait for these to go in the oven after washing them, I'm going to prepare the meat. So I'm just gonna get some scissors. And the oven is preheated. I'm just going to separate this. Stretchy. So fatty. What we are gonna do is actually cook everything in this bacon grease. It's gonna be so yummy. Everything's better with bacon. Now I'm going to prepare the beef. This time I'm not just going to be chopping it all crazy. I have to make kind of like thin strips of beef. So I am still going to be using the scissors because I just gave up on the knife. to cut off the ends of these green onions. So now I'm going to fry up the bacon, and once this is done, I'm going to set the bacon off to the side and cook the onions and the peppers in the. And while that is frying, you want to make sure that you're checking on your vegetables to make sure that they're nice and roasted. Some pieces still need a little more time. So now that the bacon is nice and fried, I'm going to transfer it into this bowl and then fry the onions and the peppers in the bacon. So now I've put the onions and the peppers in this bacon fat, and we're going to fry it up and then take it out and put the meat in here. We're going to make the base sauce for the soup. We're going to put the roasted tomatoes in a little blender, along with, I don't know if I'll use all of these, but I'm going to say about a small handful of garlic. And we're going to use all of our roasted peppers here, 3 serranos and 1 big jalapeno or 2 smaller ones, and then the rest of these onions. Once we get this nice green base, we're going to put a big heaping spoonful of chicken bouillon or consommé. So I'm going to use about that much. Back up. While I'm frying up the beef, the girl in the TikTok specifically said not to cook the beef all the way and to let it simmer in its juices. So now that it's par cooked, I'm going to add the green onions and the fresno peppers and the bacon. Give that a nice stir. And on top of all of this, I'm going to add the sauce base that I made. And let that simmer, covered for about 30 minutes, she said. This is already looking and smelling really good. Well, it's been 30 minutes and now this is ready to be served. I also made some fresh beans to be served with this. And also a good spoonful of beef. Here's our finished product. It smells really good. It looks really good. I garnished it with some avocado, radishes, onions, and cilantro. And it's a little bit spicy, so I'm going to put some lime juice on here. And there we go. That's carne en su jugo. Well, after trying to make this recipe for the first time, I think it was a huge success. I really liked the flavors. It had the smokiness from the bacon and it was really spicy. So when it comes to the chilies, I mean, you could use more or less. I was trying to go by the video that I saw and then also using what I had found in the stores near me. So if you do end up trying it, please let me know.